people love playing with me, but hate it when I play back. What goes around comes around.
Hey, Perry.
What's up?
Listen, I don't have a minute to spare because it's so much. I just want to get right into it. Hi, everybody. I wanted to jump on here really quickly and talk about the crazy mayor from Dalton, Illinois. And in my eyes, how she's headed straight for prison. Now, I really never covered her on this channel before, but I have been following this story. I mean, it's getting more and more traction. So I figured it's time for us to talk about it. Now, before I talk about how the police cars are going to be repoed in Dalton, I guess they got to walk to the scene of the crime. It is crazy. Let me give you a little backstory so we can catch you up to date. Now, let's talk about the year 2016, when Tiffany Henyard was breaking into cars. Yes, people, you heard me correctly. She's a full-on criminal with a mugshot to prove it. Now, I know the city of Dalton is very small with around 20,000 people, and it's 95% African American. But does that mean we just let anybody be mayor of our town? I mean, have we forgotten that criminals are people that break laws? So in my opinion, this is starting out on a bad note. So let's fast forward to 2021 when she becomes the mayor of Dalton, and she's also the supervisor of Thornton Township. And both of those salaries together, she makes approximately between $250,000 to $300,000 annually. Now, to a lot of people, that's a pretty good amount of money, but not to criminals. Don't forget, people, they think different than us. They're always looking to scam somebody just to get over. They also always hang with other criminals. So the minute she gets into office, she hires her childhood criminal friend. His name is Redmond Lavelle.
26-year-old Lavelle Redmond is close friends with Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who in September hired Redmond as a code enforcement officer without the village board's approval. Redmond served 25 years in prison for the brutal gang rape and beating of two young teenage girls.
Now, I don't know about you, but for me, anybody that has anything to do with this man has a screw loose. He's dangerous. He was locked up for 25 years, and now you think he's going to be an upstanding citizen? Now, according to the rumors, she just hired him on her own. She didn't get permission from the board. And she had to do it that way because she knew no one in their right mind would vote him in for any job. Now, once she gets into office, she immediately begins stealing all of the taxpayers' money because that's what criminals do. They lie, cheat, and steal. She spent $15,000 on her inauguration party, and that was just her first day on the job. Then she decides that she needs security. So she gets 4 to 5 policemen on details to guard her. They started driving her around town, running errands for her, picking up her clothes from the dry cleaners. And when the police chief confronted her about the situation, she actually fired him, ignoring all the procedures that's supposed to happen when you fire a police chief, which caused him to file a lawsuit.
Former Dalton Police Chief Robert Collins spoke to us from Florida, where he's taken a new job. But he says he remains frustrated by what he experienced leading an undermanned, overworked police department. Demanded a large personal security detail.
You know, wrong is wrong, and there's a time to hold people responsible and accountable for their actions.
Last year, Fox 32 investigated Henyard's detail, following along as Dalton police officers drove her from morning till night, often to her second job as Thornton Township supervisor in South Howland, racking up hundreds of hours of overtime, costing taxpayers tens of thousands of dollars.
We needed those officers to be on the street fighting crime. And instead, we have several officers that are riding around protecting the mayor.
Now, it's been rumored that she was giving these police officers as much as $13,000 a paycheck. So that's more taxpayers' money that she's stealing. Then there was a trip to Las Vegas where she spent approximately $12,000 to $15,000. There was another trip to New York. Then she really got creative when she opened a charity for women with breast cancer. She named the charity Tiffany Cares. And the first donation to the charity for $10,000, well, that came from the taxpayers. She started putting these very expensive billboards all around town, as if she was Saddam Hussein. I mean, isn't that what dictators do? She also purchased a $115,000 ice rink that she didn't get permission for. And it didn't stop there, people. Let's talk about these parties that she threw. Whenever she had an event, it was thousands of dollars. And she always had a DJ at every party. She even had the DJ come to a board meeting where she was addressing people about paying their taxes.
I'm looking for that Rihanna. That's what I'm looking for. This is what they told me to tell y'all right here. Every single resident. Pay me what you owe me.
Now, to say that that's ridiculous would be an understatement. So not only was she running around spending the taxpayers' money as if it was hers, when the trustees start asking questions about money and how much she was spending, she simply locked them out of access to the paperwork. This is simply unheard of. Eventually, someone turned her in to the Attorney General, and he ordered her to release the financial records. Then he said she wasn't allowed to take any more donations for her charity, Tiffany Cares. Now it's being reported that she didn't pay $75,000 for the police car loans.
Now developments in South Suburban Dalton. The mayor there is under fire, accused of questionable spending amid concern that the village's bills are not being paid.
The latest developments, Dalton's police cars may be repossessed because of some outstanding loans. Political reporter Marianne Ahern here now with the very latest for us. Marianne.
Alex and Marianne, good afternoon. Yes, Mayor Tiffany Henyard, she has dismissed the questions for months now on how she has spent taxpayer dollars.
I am your leader.
At the most recent Dalton Village Board meeting, Mayor Tiffany Henyard berated several members on the Board of Trustees. It's been a months-long battle with various news agencies exposing how Henyard has spent thousands on travel and restaurants while the city's bills are not paid.
I have done a waterman job for city of Dalton. It's been over 4 months and I haven't got paid.
He's not the only one. Now there's concern 6 police cars will be repossessed because the city loans have not been paid. Another 6 cars from the Public Works Department have overdue loans too. Jason Howes is a village trustee.
I've received no less than 10 messages from different vendors. Every time I turn them over to the mayor's office, and it goes on. It really falls on deaf ears.
Now, one would think she would get her act together because the writing's on the wall. You're in big trouble. But she's really not waving the white flag at this moment. She's acting like she's not fazed by the whole thing. Because after that, on Facebook, she held a $1 million giveaway. And you know where the $1 million money is coming from? The taxpayers.
It's Super Mayor Tiffany A. Henyard, the people's mayor and people's supervisor. I'm going to give a moment for people to come in so I can talk about this $1 million giveaway. So, come on in, come on in.
I mean, the whole thing is really, really ridiculous. But I have to fault the people that voted for her. You do not put criminals in political positions. Because if you do, you can't get mad at them for being the crooks they were born to be. I mean, really, criminals are liars, cheaters, and thieves. It makes no sense expecting a criminal to change once they get in office. So to the people that voted for her, if you guys have to call the cops, please don't expect them to get there right away because they will be walking on foot. And that's exactly what you guys wanted when you put a criminal into a political position. Or at least that's how I feel about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Until next time, bye for now.